Joanna Duggar isn't only disobeying her father's wardrobe rules. She's going all in a way that Jim Bob would consider blatantly immoral. Joy had been hinting at relocating to Los Angeles, but she's indicating that she doesn't have to relocate across state lines to escape her father's severe rules. But this is about something more than just a well-fitting pair of jeans. She is disobeying a well-known Christian commandment that transcends the restrictions of her family. Joanna Duggar continued her vlogging on YouTube over the weekend. You may watch the 21-minute video she released below. The video included a lot of material on her family and life. However, one thing in particular stood out to supporters. Joy disregarded two important guidelines. Jim Bob upheld and encouraged rules as part of the strict, conservative upbringing of his family. Naturally, the first regulation has to do with the notorious dress code of the Duggar family. It's not only that you can't dress like a member of the community. Joanna Duggar defied the dress rule in more ways than one. She wore form-fitting denim. Jim Bob's ideas state that this renders her essentially a harlot who has deceived anyone who finds her appealing. Michelle Duggar has clarified that if a guy or woman sees a lady and feels drawn to her, the woman or girl cannot fulfill this desire if they are not married. The family's dark beliefs hold women and girls responsible for sexual predatory behavior as well as basic human desires. They see it as defrauding the other person to display anything that could cause them to look twice. To be honest, a large portion of this seems to have been a visual representation of their extremist ideologies. The Duggar family's rules allegedly got worse because cameras were filming them. Joanna danced in the video as well. She wasn't twerking or performing any other worldly dances, so it wasn't anything inappropriate. Joy was simply dancing with her husband, Austin Forsyth, instead. These are the kinds of dances that most people's parents or grandparents would perform without a second thought, even though we're not professionals in dancing. It's perfectly okay for everyone to do. Unless, of course, they are members of some sort of tyrannical cult. What's the significance of dancing? To put it plainly, dancing prohibitions predate Footloose. Jim Bob and Michelle have stated that they think dancing is seductive and makes people want to indulge. In addition, Jessa, Joy's sister, has previously discussed how she feels that a lot of today's music is too sexual for her liking. The Duggars only listen to drab melodies and gospel music because of this. It's probable that the family made up the dancing prohibition in order to appear on reality TV. They wanted to showcase their radical way of living, and you can't really do that if you don't lay out ground rules for the audience to follow. Alternatively, it's likely that Abby, Austin, Joy, and John David have just grown up and decided that dancing is acceptable. According to the philosophy of the Duggar sect, husbands own their wives, thus John David and Austin would have the final say. In any case, this is not the family image that Jim Bob fostered. And any departure from that needs to be advantageous.